In this tutorial, I'm going to show all of y'all how to make Cajun tortellini.
All right, so the first step of making our Cajun tortellini is obviously making the pasta itself. So here you see I have a well that I've made. This is 3 1/3 cups of flour here. This is the double O pasta flour. It's also pizza flour. And then I'm gonna add a 1/4 teaspoon of salt to that, a 1/4 cup of olive oil, and then 4 eggs. And once I get all this added in here, I'm gonna take a fork and start working the dough in from the inner walls of the well and incorporating the flour slowly into everything. And of course, I'll have my hand guiding on the outside because there will be some spillage, which is fine. It's a mess, it's pasta making. And then after we incorporate all that, I'm gonna add some flour in to bring it into cohesion. And then we're gonna make it into a ball and we will refrigerate it for 30 minutes to let it set up. So we're gonna get started now. And like I said, if this is your first time making it, it's my 5th or 6th time. It's a little intimidating, but I assure you, it's not that difficult. Little practice makes perfect. And if you break the wall, break the dam, as I say, and you have a spill, it's not the end of the world. Just keep it all together. Mine just tried to break just then. And this other hand, as you can see, is just kind of guiding more flour into it. This side keeps trying to spill out. Yep, there it goes. But you just work all your flour into it. I'm gonna use my hands, kind of bring it all together. And once I feel the majority of our pasta flour has been incorporated into our egg, I'm gonna start adding that water slowly in. Just a little bit. A little bit more. A little bit more. See, it's starting to come together. It's not so floury anymore. Add the last little bit. And once I get all this into a ball, I'm gonna knead it on this countertop for about 3 minutes until it is shiny, pliable, and then I will take some plastic wrap and wrap it up and let it set for 30 minutes before I move on to our pasta machine, where I will show you how to form it into rectangles, roll it through on the different settings until it's the correct, what am I thinking here, width, thickness, and then I will show you how to make the actual tortellini shape.
And again, this is where I knead the dough for 3 minutes. 3 minutes seems like forever. Last minute of kneading. Home stretch.
And this is what you're looking for. So now I'm gonna saran wrap it and put it in the fridge for 30 minutes, and then we will start rolling it out. Now, while I'm waiting on the dough to set up in the fridge for the next 30 minutes, I'm gonna make the filling for the cheese tortellini. And the filling is comprised of some ricotta cheese. I have a cup here I'm gonna put in the bowl. Then I have a 1/4 cup of freshly grated Parmesan cheese, 1 egg, and some salt, pepper, and Italian seasonings. About 2 teaspoons worth. I'm gonna combine and mix this all together thoroughly, and then I'm gonna store it away in the fridge, and we're gonna start rolling out our tortellini dough next and shaping it. Now, before I roll our tortellini dough out, I'm gonna put some more of that 00 flour on the counter surface so it won't stick. And what I'm gonna do with this here is I'm gonna probably cut it into 2, divide it into 2. And I'm gonna take my roller and I'm gonna roll it out into a rectangle shape, and then I'm gonna feed it through my pasta machine over here, which you can't see, it's off to the side, but I will show you all how to take it through the different settings and roll it to its proper thickness. So you're gonna want like a rectangle shape like so. We're gonna feed it through the machine there. We're gonna start at a very thick setting and work our way down to make it thinner. Right. So the pasta machine has settings 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, all the way to 1. We're gonna start on the 7 setting and feed it through. All right, now we're gonna bring it down to about 5, 4. Hi, kitty. And now down to about a 3, 2. Center it. And after this pass, I think it's safe to say we have the thickness that we're looking for. And we can start shaping our tortellinis. All right, so the sheet that I just rolled out, I divided into 2 here. I've got a glass, little plastic cup I have out of my kitchen. I'm going to go ahead and cut out a little circle there. See? And I'm going to take about a teaspoon, roughly a teaspoon of my filling here. And I'm gonna put that, dab that in the middle. Keep it in the center as much as you can. You don't want it to be a mess. And then I've got some egg wash here. It's just 2 eggs and about 2 tablespoons of water. Dab my fingers. Go around the edge of it. Liberally, don't be too conservative on this. And then we're gonna fold it in half and pinch where they meet. Another little bit of egg wash to seal it. Then we're gonna take the corners here, the 2 corners on the end, and we're gonna pull them together like that. And you have your tortellini. See? And I'm gonna keep doing this until they're all made up, and then I'm gonna move on to the Cajun sauce with the andouille sauce. And here is a sheet full of tortellini that I'm going to put in the freezer to let it set up properly. So when I go to boil them, they don't come undone and make a big mess. And now I'm gonna show y'all how to make that Cajun sauce, the Cajun cream sauce for the tortellini. Now I'm getting the Cajun sauce going. I'm gonna start by chopping up 5 cloves of garlic here. I'm gonna chop half of this yellow onion, and then follow that up with 2 bell peppers that I'm gonna dice. And I'm gonna move on over to the stove and get started and show y'all all the process.
I've got 2 tablespoons of olive oil heated up to a medium heat. I'm going to take the 13 ounces of chopped andouille sausage and I'm going to brown it and then set it off to the side. Sausage has been browned, set off to the side. I'm going to take 2 tablespoons of butter and a tablespoon of olive oil. I'm going to melt that on a medium heat as well. And then I'm going to take our onion, garlic, and bell pepper mixture, and I'm going to saute it for about 5 to 7 minutes until it is softened. Then I'm going to add our Tony Chachere's seasoning in. I'm going to follow that up with our andouille sausage, adding it back with drippings and all. Stir that together, and then I'm going to add in our heavy cream, our sour cream, and then once all of that is combined, I'm going to add in that Parmesan cheese and then reduce it to a low setting. I've set the Cajun sauce off to the side. I've got our water boiling. I'm going to take half the batch of our tortellini and boil them on high heat. And it only takes about 2 to 3 minutes. Gauge it. I mean, if they're floating, they're obviously done. That's when you're going to want to remove them and get ready to plate your final dish. 3 minutes later, I'm going to remove my tortellini and strain it in my colander and get ready for the final presentation.
And here is our tortellini after the boiling process. Got the sauce here. I'm going to top it off and show y'all our finished product. And that is Cajun tortellini. Bon appetit.